wearying boredom. And that which is eternal wisdom can never be decayed. It can never come to an end. Will you please carefully explain what is true meditation? There are so many systems of meditation. Are they really varied basically, or are the variations due to personal idiosyncrasies of their proponents? Will you please explain carefully what is true meditation? There are so many systems of meditation. Are they really varied basically, or are the variations due to personal idiosyncrasies of their proponents? This is really an important question, and if I may suggest, let us go into it together. Because meditation has a great deal of significance. It may be the door to real self-knowledge. And it may open the door to reality. And in opening the door and experiencing it directly, then there is a possibility of understanding life, which is relationship. So meditation, the right kind of meditation, is essential. So let us find out what is right kind of meditation. And to find out what is right, we must approach it negatively. Merely to say this is right meditation will give you only a pattern which you will adopt, practice, and that will not be right meditation. So as I am talking about it, please follow me and experience it as we go along together. Because there are different types of meditation. I do not know if any of you have practiced them or have indulged in them, gone away by yourself in a locked room, sat in a dark corner, and so on, so on. So let us examine the whole process of what we call meditation. First of all, let us take the meditation in which discipline is involved. Any form of discipline only strengthens the self. And the self is the source of contention, conflict. That is, if we discipline ourselves to be something, to be, as so many people do, this month I am going to be kind. I am going to practice kindness. Such a discipline, such practice is bound to strengthen the me. You may be outwardly kind, but surely a man who practices kindliness and is conscious of his kindliness is not kind. So that form of meditation, which people call also meditation, is obviously not the right kind. Because as we discussed yesterday, if you practice something in that the mind is caught, and in that there is no freedom, but since most of us desire to acquire a result, that is to be kind at the end of the month, or the end of a certain period, because ultimately teachers have said you must be kind in order to find God. And your desire is to find God as the ultimate source of your security and happiness, so you buy God through kindness. Which is obviously the strengthening of the me and the mind, which is a self-enclosing process. And anything that encloses, any action that is binding can never give freedom. Surely that's obvious. Perhaps we can discuss it another time, it's not clear. Then there is this whole process of concentration, which is also called meditation. You sit in a cross-legged, because that's the fashion from India, or in a chair, in a dark room, in front of a picture or an image, and trying to concentrate on a word, on a phrase, or a mental image, and exclude all other thoughts. I'm sure many of you have done this. And the other thoughts keep pouring in, and you push them out, and you keep on with the struggle. Till you are able to concentrate at the exclusion, and exclude everything else. Then you feel gratified. At last you have learned to fix your mind on a point which you think is essential. Again, through exclusion do you find anything? Through exclusion, suppression, denial, can the mind be quiet? Because as I said, there can be understanding only when the mind is really quiet, not suppressed, not so concentrated on an idea that it becomes exclusive. There is a master or some virtue or what you will. Through concentration, fixation, the mind can never be quiet. Superficially, at the higher levels of consciousness, you may produce enforced stillness. Make your body perfectly still, your mind very quiet, superficially. But that surely is not the quietness of your whole being. So again, that is not meditation. That's merely a compulsion, putting on the brakes. Constant. When the engine wants to run full speed, you stop, you put on the brakes. Whereas, if you are able to examine every thought that comes into your being, into your mind, go into it fully, completely, think every thought out, then there will be no wandering of the mind. Because the mind has found the values of each thought. Therefore it's no longer attractive. Which means there is no distraction. A mind that is capable of being distracted and resists distraction is not capable of meditation. Because what is distraction? I hope you are experimenting with what I am saying. experiencing as I am talking to find out the truth of all this matter. It is the truth that liberates, not my words and your opinion. We call distraction any movement away from that in which we think we should be interested. So you choose a particular interest, so-called noble interest, and fix your mind on it. But any movement away from it is a distraction. So you resist distraction. But what makes you choose that one particular interest? Obviously, because it's gratifying, because it gives you a sense of security, a sense of fullness, a sense of otherness. So you say, I must fix my mind on that. And any movement away from it is a distraction. So you spend your life in battle against distraction and fix your mind on something else. Whereas if you examined every distraction and not merely fix your mind on a particular attraction, then you will see the mind is no longer capable of being distracted, because it has understood the whole distractions as well as the attractions. Therefore the mind is capable of extraordinary extensive awareness without exclusion. So concentration is not meditation. And disciplining is not meditation. Then there are prayers. This whole problem of praying and receiving. That's also called meditation. What do we mean by praying? Praying. Supplication, the gross form of it. And there are subtle forms at different levels of prayer. The gross form we all know. I'm in trouble, I'm in misery, physically or psychologically, I want some help. So I go, I beg, I supplicate. And obviously there is an answer. If there was no answer, people wouldn't pray. Millions pray. You only pray when you are in trouble, not when you are happy, not when there is that extraordinary sense of otherness. Now what happens when you pray? You have a formula, haven't you? By repetition of a formula, the superficial mind becomes quiet, doesn't it? You try it and you will see. By repeat a certain phrase or phrases or words, and gradually you will see your whole being becomes quiet. That is, your superficial consciousness is calm. And then in that stage it is able to receive, isn't it? The intimations of something else. So, through calming the mind by a repetitive word, by a repetition, by so-called prayers, you may receive hints and intimations from not only the subconscious, from about you. But surely that is not meditation.